Join us on Patreon and become part of our journey to uncover history's untold stories. Your support helps us create in-depth content, bring hidden narratives to life, and keep history alive for everyone.
The rich tapestry of history is often woven with threads of triumph, resilience, and struggle, but just as often, it hides within its folds the stories of people whose voices have been muted or erased. Amongst such obscured narratives lies the history of the Yamasee, a Native American tribe whose existence challenges conventional perceptions of indigenous peoples. Often overlooked in mainstream discourse, the Yamasee were a remarkable people with a unique identity, one that included black-skinned Native Americans who defied societal categorizations and left an indelible mark on the landscape of early America. To speak of the Yamasee is to embark on a journey through the complexities of identity, culture, and survival amidst shifting tides of colonialism and conquest. Their story is one of resilience and adaptation, marked by alliances, wars, migrations, and the ultimate dissolution of their cohesive identity. But within this narrative lies a deeper, more intriguing mystery: the presence of black-skinned Yamasee individuals and their role in the tribe's history. This revelation not only redefines our understanding of Native American diversity, but also forces us to confront the limitations of how history has been recorded and interpreted. To uncover the Yamasee's story, we must delve into the archives of history, tracing their origins, cultural practices, and their interactions with colonial powers. In doing so, we will reveal how this tribe, and the unique individuals within it, stood at the crossroads of identity and survival, a testament to human adaptability and resistance. The Yamasee's tale is more than a historical account. It is a call to acknowledge and honor the myriad ways in which marginalized groups have shaped the world we inhabit today. The Yamasee emerged as a distinct group in the southeastern region of what is now the United States, primarily in the area encompassing present-day South Carolina and Georgia. Their early history is shrouded in mystery, as much of what we know about them comes from accounts written by European colonizers, whose perspectives were often steeped in bias. Despite this, archaeological evidence and oral traditions provide glimpses into their rich culture and society. The Yamasee were known for their vibrant communities, which thrived along the fertile coastal plains and river valleys. Their economy was a blend of agriculture, hunting, and trade, with corn, beans, and squash forming the staples of their diet. They also participated in extensive trade networks, exchanging goods such as shells, furs, and pottery with neighboring tribes and European settlers. These interactions position the Yamasee as a crucial link between diverse cultures, showcasing their adaptability and diplomatic skills. But what set the Yamasee apart was their unique physical diversity. Historical accounts and oral traditions suggest that among the Yamasee were individuals with dark, black-skinned complexions. This detail has puzzled historians and anthropologists for centuries, challenging the monolithic portrayal of Native Americans as a homogeneous group. The presence of black-skinned Yamasee raises questions about their origins and connections, suggesting the possibility of ancient interactions with African populations or other indigenous groups with similar traits. The Yamasee's culture was a tapestry of spiritual practices, social structures, and artistic expressions. They were deeply spiritual, with their beliefs rooted in a profound connection to the natural world. Their cosmology revolved around the cycles of life and the interplay of elemental forces, reflected in rituals and ceremonies designed to honor the land, the waters, and their ancestors. Ceremonial gatherings were central to Yamasee life, often marked by dances, music, and storytelling. These events served not only as spiritual observances, but also as opportunities for communal bonding and the passing down of oral traditions. The Yamasee's art, evident in their pottery, carvings, and woven materials, showcased intricate designs and patterns that reflected their aesthetic sensibilities and cultural identity. Within their society, the Yamasee practiced a form of governance that emphasized consensus and communal decision-making. Leadership roles were often held by elders or individuals chosen for their wisdom and experience, with a focus on maintaining harmony within the community. This system of governance underscores the Yamasee's commitment to collective well-being and mutual respect. The presence of black-skinned individuals among the Yamasee remains one of the most fascinating aspects of their history. While definitive evidence is scarce, several theories have been proposed to explain this phenomenon. Some scholars suggest that these individuals may have been the descendants of ancient migrations from Africa, predating European contact and the transatlantic slave trade. Others posit that they could have been the result of intermarriage between indigenous populations and African individuals brought to the Americas by early European explorers. Whatever their origins, the black-skinned Yamasee were fully integrated into their communities, contributing to the tribe's cultural and social fabric. Their presence challenges traditional narratives of race and identity, highlighting the fluidity and complexity of human interactions throughout history. It also underscores the importance of viewing history through a lens that embraces diversity and rejects simplistic categorizations, encounters with colonial powers. The arrival of European colonizers in the southeastern United States marked a turning point in Yamasee history. Spanish, French, and English settlers all vied for control of the region, drawn by its strategic location and abundant resources. The Yamasee initially sought to navigate these encounters through diplomacy, forming alliances and engaging in trade with the newcomers. However, these relationships were fraught with tension, as the colonizers' insatiable greed for land and labor often clashed with the Yamasee's way of life. The tribe became entangled in the dynamics of the colonial economy, particularly the burgeoning trade in enslaved individuals. European settlers frequently exploited Native American tribes as intermediaries in the slave trade, coercing them to capture and sell members of rival tribes. The Yamasee's involvement in this system was a double-edged sword. On one hand, it allowed them to secure European goods and maintain a degree of autonomy. On the other, it exposed them to devastating conflicts and destabilized their communities. Over time, the Yamasee's position became increasingly precarious, as they faced mounting pressure from colonial powers and rival tribes. The Yamasee War of 1715 to 1717 was a pivotal moment in the tribe's history. Frustrated by exploitative trade practices, encroachments on their land, and the growing threat of enslavement, the Yamasee and their allies launched a coordinated attack against English settlements in South Carolina. The conflict was one of the most significant Native American uprisings in colonial America, reflecting the depth of indigenous resistance to colonial domination. Although the Yamasee initially achieved significant victories, the war ultimately ended in their defeat. English forces, bolstered by reinforcements and superior weaponry, crushed the rebellion, forcing the Yamasee to flee their homeland. Many sought refuge among other tribes or migrated further south, where they attempted to rebuild their communities. The war marked the beginning of the end for the Yamasee as a distinct political entity. Dispersed and diminished, they gradually faded from the historical record, their legacy overshadowed by the narratives of more dominant groups. Yet their story lives on in the memories of their descendants and the cultural imprints they left behind. The Yamasee story is a reminder of the fragility of historical memory and the importance of reclaiming forgotten narratives. In recent years, scholars, activists, and indigenous communities have sought to shed light on the Yamasee's history, emphasizing their contributions to the cultural and historical landscape of the Southeast. The black-skinned Yamasee, in particular, serve as a powerful symbol of the diversity and interconnectedness of human history. Their existence challenges us to rethink our assumptions about race, identity, and the boundaries between cultures. By acknowledging and celebrating their story, we honor the resilience and ingenuity of a people who navigated unimaginable challenges with grace and determination. The Yamasee tribe's history is one of profound complexity and enduring significance. Their journey from a thriving indigenous community to a dispersed and largely forgotten people mirrors the broader struggles of Native Americans in the face of colonization and cultural erasure. Yet, within their story lies a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the enduring power of memory. The presence of black-skinned individuals among the Yamasee adds a layer of richness to their narrative, highlighting the diversity and interconnectedness of the human experience. As we uncover and celebrate their history, we are reminded of the importance of embracing the full spectrum of our shared past, ensuring that the voices of all peoples are heard and honored. The Yamasee's legacy lives on, a beacon of resilience and a call to remember the forgotten chapters of our history.